If you have not liked and subscribed, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that bell button so that you can get updated about all the latest video about trading, tax, and anything related to trading. So today a lot of people's kind of few people's messaged me and they wanted to know about tax. What are the impact of tax? Do they need to put aside tax, and how they are taxed? So I'm gonna go through those. Again, I'm not a tax accountant or tax advisor, so contact your tax, but I'm gonna tell you what I know, and pretty much that will be accurate for most of the cases. But if you have complex cases, please consult your tax accountant, whoever you do your tax with. But let's get it started, right? So this is for so tax for the stocks or options are there are two types of tax. One is short-term capital gain. Everything is called capital gain, so anything in the stock market you do, that's called capital gain. So there are two kind of tax. One is short-term capital gain and one is long-term, right? So what is short-term and long-term? Short term is basically if you hold anything before 1 year. You bought one stock today and you sold maybe 6 months, 7 months, or whatever, right? Does not matter. If it's less than a year, it's called short term. And if you hold it more than a year, it's called a long term. There's benefit for holding long term. Long term tax rates are a little lower than the short term. So you can probably see that right here, right? So this is long term. So usually what happens is so so if you are doing a long terms up to 39,374, you don't pay anything. So basically if you made 39,374, that's your total income for the year. You want it, this changes from person to person depending upon if you are filing single, if you are filing as a married, filing jointly, married filing separately. So you have a different tax bracket. You can just go to this Investopedia link and see which bracket you fall into it. But basically long term there's three brackets, right? So up to 39,000, 0%, you don't pay anything. So if you are between 39,000 to 434, you pay 15% rate, right? And more than that you pay 20% rate. So that's an advantage of holding any stocks or even options for long term, more than a year. So you got today and you sold at least a year or more. That's a long term, right? 0%, 15%, and 20%, depending where you are in this bracket. And also the other question I get is, do I get taxed? So maybe let's say you started with 3,000, you made to 6,000, then you lost again to 2,000, right? Maybe you lost like 1,000 net. So if you are losing money, you don't have to pay taxes. Tax is calculated based on you bought, you sold, right? What was your net profit or loss? If you are in loss, you don't have to pay any tax. You pay only tax. Of course you have to pay other tax if you are working and everything, but for stocks, if you are net negative, you do not need to pay anything. If you are positive, it depends whether it's short term or long term, right? So also if you are you can deduct up to $3,000 every year from the stock sales, or what if you are losing money, right? So what I mean is, let's say you started with 3,000 and you are zero, you busted your account, right? You are negative 3. So let's say you made 10,000 as your salary, or 100,000, whatever amount is, right? So you can deduct that 3,000 from your salary. So you will be only taxed on 97,000 if you made 100,000. So that's good. If you lost it, at least you can deduct something, right? Not everything. If you lost 20,000, you can carry over up to 4 or 5 years. I need to check it. You can carry over, but yearly maximum is 3,000 you can deduct. So that's there. That's a long-term capital. Now we have a short term, which gets a little bit more complicated, and there's a lot of brackets. So if you are doing short term, which you are probably, if you are day trading or maybe just doing weeklies, monthly, or whatever, you will be fall into this category. Short term has a lot of other brackets, right? So short term up to 9,700, you pay 10%, right? Up to, if that's your total income, you pay that much. Your 9,700 to 39,000, you pay 12, and 39 to 84 you pay 22, 84 to 160 you pay 24. It's pretty much like your tax bracket. So depending where you fall, this is your total income, right? Whatever your salary and everything. So if you made 160 to 204, that's 32%, and 204 to 510, that's 35%. So depending where you are. So if you made $1 million, make sure you put at least 350,000 times, yeah, 350,000 put aside for Uncle Sam. I mean, Uncle Sam needs their portion, so make sure you do that. And again, it is the same thing: single, head of household, married, and things. But a lot of people had questions like, "I'm losing money, and do I need to pay tax?" If you are losing, you do not need to worry about tax. I mean, you already have something to worry about. You did not made, you lost it. But if you made money, you need to be careful about just putting aside some money. Just don't you made some money and spend everything, but Uncle Sam will gonna send you bill. So yeah, and especially a lot of platform will let you kind of import directly from let's say from TurboTax to, if you put any Fidelity or TD Ameritrade or whatever, you can put and they will import automatically. But I always suggest that's going through again, going through all the trades and seeing, make sure everything is correct. That would give you some better idea. At least put in an Excel sheet and do that, right? A lot of times I heard the horror story about something wrong or whatever, so you don't want to pay more or even less, I guess. So yeah, pretty much that's about it in short. So there's two kinds: long term and short term, right? Short term is basically you are taxed pretty much like a tax bracket. It's 10, 12, 22, 24, 32, and 35 depending upon where you fall. In your long term, it's pretty straightforward and it's better rate because you don't pay much if you for first 39, but you pay 15% up to 434, right? So you don't pay here. You pay like up to even 39 to 84, you pay 22%. So that's the difference there. So yeah, pretty much that's about it in this video. Yeah, don't if you have any question or comment, feel free to just comment below. But that's about it in this video. Thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe.